Welcome to Ottawa as the Vancouver Goldeneyes are out on the road for the very first time here in the nation's capital. A few familiar faces, but with a different look tonight. Ashton Bell and Teresa Venisheva take on their former teammates. As we get reacquainted with them, there are plenty of new faces as well. Rookie Rory Gilday is joined by Anna Shohina, making her PWHL debut tonight.
Welcome inside TD Place Arena, where the Ottawa Charge hosts the Vancouver Goldeneyes for the first time. Tonight's starting lineups are presented by Scotiabank, proud to be the official bank of the PWHL. For Canada's newest PWHL team, we'll have Gabby Rosenthal centering the line with Venisheva and Boreen to start. And for Ottawa, well, they're looking to shake things up a little bit, although this line will stay intact. You've got Gabby Hughes along with Manna McMahon, Emily Clark, and of course the deep pairing of Larocque and Gilday, building on what they did Saturday. Starting goaltenders, Emirates Mashmeyer, of course, returns to where her PWHL career began. The 31-year-old from Bruderheim, Alberta, was a foundational signing for Ottawa, and she turned aside 24 shots to earn the Goldeneyes' first win Friday. Meanwhile, Gwyneth Phillips took over the reins for the Charge when Mashmeyer was injured last season, and then backstopped the Charge to the postseason and the Walter Cup finals. The potential for a goaltender duel. Meanwhile, you've got two teams hungry to keep scoring for Vancouver, putting 4 on the board. Trying to get to work early, although in their own zone. Manna McMahon ends up back behind the net. Gilday sends it down for Hughes. Gilday looking for an angle. Boreen with Venisheva. Bell denied by Anna Meixner. We also have 3 players making their PWHL debut in this game, and as they take the ice, we'll discuss. Meanwhile, Savalainen getting to work. Lots of energy from this Charge group. They've been working on just a few things, Megan Bozak, after that loss on Saturday.
Ottawa always starts the game strong, and you can see that by their puck movement, keeping their feet and their bodies going. So keep the momentum every single period. Take it minute by minute. That's what they need to focus on.
Kava on the flank as well. Michelle Parvinen. And veteran savvy for Vancouver. Markowski in the neutral zone tries to find Anna Shohina, making her PWHL debut, but no stranger to the game, has played in the Russian League. The second round pick for the Charge, and she gets close there on the doorstep, working with her Russian teammate for the past 2 seasons, Fenuza Kadyrova, who had a great start. Turned aside by Mashmeyer, so some early shots for the Charge. Kadyrova creates some space. Shot from the point. Charge hold the zone here, but Jakes with Melissa Channel-Watkins.
That was a really nice play by Ottawa to keep possession, but they're putting it into open space, and they're always going to be the first ones to get there.
We got our first penalty on the way, a delayed penalty right now. Phillips is out the bench. It was 6 on 5, but there's the whistle. So Ottawa will get a chance on the power play early here.
And I don't think that's much question if that will be a penalty or not. We know the physicality in the PWHL is ramping up, but the stick has to stay down. So for Greco going to the box.
On the ice has been confirmed. We have a major and a game misconduct for a check to the head.
And I guess there's a plus side to always dressing an extra player. And for Samoskevich, that's in the lineup. She can play both offensively and defensively.
5th round pick for Vancouver could see some more ice time tonight. The Charge on the power play, brought to you by Royale Tiger Towel Paper Towel. Jenner to Hughes. Back to the captain, walks in, shoots and scores! Brianne Jenner
none other than Brianne Jenner, but right off the faceoff, the puck is moving well, and you can see now that those flanks want to roll up high on that circle exactly as Jenner does and push that puck to the net. Clark has a very good screen right on Maschmeyer because no one is fronting her. So perfect position by everyone right off the draw to put Ottawa up. And they still have 4 minutes and 46 seconds left on a power play.
First power play goal of the season, of course, as well for the Charge. That's what they've been working on. Shohina going to put it on net. Gabby Rosenthal working in for Vancouver's PK. Goldeneyes were 3 for 3 in their home opener against the Torrent. 7 goals in that game were scored even strength. Savalainen drops it off.
The hard part about having a 5-minute major is you always feel like you have to rush the puck. So now timing it. Time the puck if you're Ottawa. Simple breakouts.
Big collision there between Katarova and Miller. It's offside.
And another play to show why this physicality is needed in this game, but also both players just continuing to play on. Hannah Miller is trying to dash across. She's trying to get the puck deep for Vancouver, but there will be those bodies everywhere around.
3:45 left on this power play for Ottawa. Scored quickly. Assist by Hughes, and Rory Gilday collects her first point in the PWHL. Clark puts it on net. Net front once more for Jenner. She was parked right where she needed to be. Sent back down, looking to capitalize now. Hughes in with Leslie on this power play. Gilday! Touched by Channel Watkins. One of the many former Minnesota Frost players now with Vancouver. Clark to Jenner once more. Quick puck movement. The patience now from the captain. Into the slot for Leslie. Back out. We're just under 3 minutes now left on the player advantage. Jenner puts it in front. They're looking to get gritty. Battling forward. It's still alive. Out comes Leslie. Now Gilday. Oh, and a good stick there by Sophie Jakes to disrupt that. One-timer, and it's wide. Rory's got that powerful shot. Miller trying to protect, sent around. Vancouver started down a goal in their home opener against the Torrent. In fact, all 3 of their goals in regulation were equalizers. Just a back-and-forth affair. Savalainen drops it off once more, and now Katarova and to find some space. As supporter, Sarah Wisniewicz gets to work. She gets some time here on the power play unit.
For Vancouver, they're trying to keep it simple in their defensive end by not exerting energy when they don't have to. Really heads-up play by Hannah Miller, but Ottawa needs now to turn that puck again and keep possession of it.
Katarova. Oh, and this is a dangerous giveaway here. Rosenthal comes in. It's kept out by Phillips. But a great chance shorthanded for the Goldeneyes. To the point. They're 4-on-5 right now. Jakes sends it around. Minute 20 left on this power play. And they add another, put up a 2-goal lead earlier against their newest Canadian rival. Phillips comes out to play the puck. See Miller just circling over Toronto Scepter. Now Markowski puts it down for Alexa Vasco. Bell into the corner. There's a former stalwart of the Ottawa Charge defense.
both head coaches have to be happy with what they've seen on their special teams, and that's good early on in the season. So now you need to know what things you can work on throughout the year, but most importantly throughout this game.
Markowski puts it up the pad, gets the rebound. Now Hughes pressed into the corner. Contact by Channel Watkins in the high slot. Catherine Riley also making her debut, getting in on this effort. Here's number 8.
Ottawa's had chances, Daniela.
Absolutely.
They've had chances, and this is what head coach Carla McLeod talked to us before the game about. They need to find creative and gritty ways to score.
Well, here they come at 2-on-1. Anna McMahon just can't corral the puck fast enough, but a great rush. An organized team here, and that'll do for the Ottawa power play. We're back to even strength. Plenty of shots on that, though, out shooting Vancouver 7-1 right now. Of course, getting the goal, their first of the season, delivered by their captain. Brooke Hobson in with speed, gets the puck right back. There's a sense of urgency from this charged team. Out of reach for Leslie, as Brooke McQuigg gets to work. Brooke McQuigg, one of the players that Brian Adolski noted as exemplifying the grittiness of Vancouver, Megan.
Which is, I thought was a little funny for him to say, because they have so much skill, they have so much talent, but he's also been a coach of different programs, different organizations that have had everything. And I think why he says that, Gabby Rosenthal, a breakaway, and now we have, again, more net front presence, great saves. It's grittiness all over the ice, it's skill all over the ice, and you're seeing that from the first line to the fourth line for Vancouver and for Ottawa.
Mashmeyer covers off the faceoff. Now, Mashmeyer's record in this building with Ottawa: 7 regulation wins, 1 shootout win, 7 losses, and 5 overtime defeats. But right now, Vancouver looking for their first as Ottawa leads 1-0. For some room here, Mrazova puts it up along the right side. It's taken away, and then sent right back. Boreen and Channel Watkins. They played together with Minnesota. Boreen was a reserve player in the inaugural season. A reserve player that wins a championship and then gets drafted the following year to Montreal. Has an incredible season with the Victoire. And then gets her first for the Goldeneyes in overtime. Venisheva, Ottawa's leading scorer, number 13 in the mix. Sophie Jakes with a great shot from distance.
They need shots from anywhere right now, because that's only their second shot on net with almost 10 minutes to go in the first. So don't give up the opportunities, but I love the little subtle pull across. She's trying to change the angle, and she is really creative when she gets that puck in that zone.
So Vancouver will have a chance at the face-off here in the offensive zone. Rosenthal gets into the hash mark there, but the Charge come away with it. Looking to clear. Worked back in by Rosenthal. In comes Emily Clark. Incredible leader for this Charge team. The only Ottawa player who has played in every single game for the Charge. Regular and postseason. Anna McMahon puts it on Mashmeyer. Turned aside. Clark gets twisted up with Boreen. Man and McMahon once more. Hughes. Forced to the outside. Clark gets it down. McMahon once more. It's just high. What an effort. Markowski calling for it again. Check that. It's Catherine Riley in her debut. Venisheva in the neutral zone. Miller. It's taken away instead by Jenner. They come looking for numbers now. Meixna moved up to the second line.
And Ottawa is doing a really nice job, Daniela, of just countering that play. If Vancouver turns the puck over, they're trying to push the pace into the offensive zone, and they're capitalizing on those chances right now.
Lots of time back and forth. And in the neutral zone here. Thompson, patient, fires it out to Michaela Cava, a player with 5 titles in 4 different leagues consecutively. Just impressive pedigree there. In comes Wozniewicz. Patience takes the shot, gloved by Maschmeyer. As another shot gets put off the pad of Maschmeyer. Ottawa almost at a frenzied pace here trying to get the volume. They already have the first goal. Phillips plays it. Markowski pressured there by Anna Szigeti, making her PWHL debut for Vancouver. Sarah Nurse out of the lineup, and so Anna Szigeti draws in. Of course, she made a splash as a very almost late trade right before the season started. She was with Minnesota. Niza Shisheva went back to her former team in exchange for Szigeti. And it's not just Sarah Nurse, of course. He also mentioned defender Nina Jones-Smith, who was a high draft pick for them, and of course looking to shore up their defense with her. And so she's on the LTIR. Look forward to her debut in the league when it comes. Riley in the neutral zone. Hobson played her former team Saturday in New York. Now Shohina looking for the drag, but Izzy Daniel plays it off the boards.
A nice defensive stick there by Sophie Jakes. She doesn't let that body get around for Shohina. Stick out, pushes that puck away.
Vancouver really solidified its stance on defense when they signed Thompson and Jakes. Championship D, and they did it in the exclusive signing window. Here comes Vancouver! Oh my! Venisheva nearly had it off the backhand, but she couldn't fire. Set up there, had Phillips positioned more to the other side. Shots 10-2 for the Charge here, just under 7 minutes left in the first period. McMahon on her own as a line change in place. Floats it to LaRock. The far side, oh! Anna Meitzna! What a chance there, Maschmeyer with a stop.
Mash is being tested in a building that she's too familiar with.
And of course, players that are very familiar with her. It goes both ways, of course. She knows their tendencies. Now Sydney Bard, formerly with Boston. But the Charge close in, and Arla McLeod watching on, of course, focused on shoring up the offense for the Charge. Being held without a goal in that home opener.
But a good way to start this game, Daniela.
They do it on special teams. They worked feverishly at their power play prior to the start of the season. Of course, you're battling so much, Megan, on opening game night. Some nerves, some adjustments, just getting used to playing with one another.
And that's how the season goes. But for both teams to realize short and small things that they can focus on and work on game to game, that's how teams get better.
Jen Gardner battling below the goal line, has some support from McQuigg. Charge can't clear. They're offside on that one as Anna Szigeti got back up. Out shooting 11-3, the Charge with that 1-goal lead here at TD Place Arena.
Phillips has only been tested with 3 shots, so Vancouver's going to need a lot more.
Bell sends it down for McQuigg. Hobson looks back, feeling some pressure here. To Clark, oh! Rebound, goes wide, now Gilday. Top of the circle, off the glove. This time McMahon fires. Clark trying to send it right back. Sophie Jakes with a smothering defense. Check that, it's Rosenthal helping as well. Now Gilday. Back in the slot it goes, so out comes Venisheva. She's done this before. Looking for room as Maureen with her two. Oh, and her former teammate Larocque steers her a different direction.
And a good back check by McMahon to make sure that pass didn't get across for Vancouver.
Channel Watkins. Slow it down here for the Goldeneyes. Shots 12-3 for the Charge here in the first period. Nice play by Savalainen. Gets it through to Mrazova. Shohina with her and Katarova. Katarova, who showed off her tremendous shot from the top of the circle to set up a power play goal against New York. It was eventually a no goal because of too many players on the ice. Shahina can't hold. We'll see Michelle Karvinen get a touch here. Now Gardner gonna make something happen. Had McQuigg with her. Two of them. McQuigg, no wraparound. Here comes Madison Samoskevich. Talked about possibly seeing her after Emma Greco was assessed a major at a game misconduct early in this game as well. Now net front. A penalty on the way, and that'll give Vancouver a chance on the power play. Just under 2 minutes left here in the first period.
We have seen that play from Jen Gardner time and time again last season when she was playing with Marie-Philippe.
Number 94 on Ottawa, minor penalty for cross-checking.
And she almost has another pass across. Now Vancouver draws a penalty, so off of this face-off, run a play. Hannah Miller in the face-off draw is very, very strong.
Well, Ottawa's penalty kill not tested much Saturday. They were 1 for 1 on the PK. This power play brought to you by Royale Tiger Towel, paper towel, power through tough messes. Bell getting to work. Sends it back for Thompson. Cava. The top circle down for Jakes. Check that, it's Karvinen on the power play and in the glove that time. Hannah Miller as well, part of this power play unit for Vancouver.
Her shots on net, she doesn't have a lot of traffic in front, so she's able to move left to right, but now with sticks in the air, that's when you look for those screens, those tips. But if I'm coaching Vancouver right now, place someone in front. You have some big, strong bodies, put someone in front to take away Philip's eyes.
Thompson goes and gets the puck, lays it back to the point. Working along the left side. Bell keeps it herself, sends it over to Cava, far corner. And a good stick by Clark as she tries to push ahead. Mashmeyer will come well out to play it. Hughes and Clark now. And they get to work. Emily Clark has special teams goals, but no jailbreak yet in her career. 50 seconds remaining in this first period. And just a little bit more time remaining on that power play for Vancouver. So if we wrap up the period without a goal here for the Goldeneyes, there'll be a little bit of time remaining to start the second. Vasco, she has a very notable jailbreak goal to her credit. It was a game winner last season. Well, that was absolutely highlight reel for Vasco. In the PWHL, a shorthanded goal ends the power play for the opponent, frees your player from the penalty box. And of course, you get the goal on the board as well. 15 seconds remaining here. And they're in the Vancouver zone. Maureen patient, trying to find a passing lane. Jakes takes over. And a 1-0 lead for the home team. And those 2 seconds left on the power play for Vancouver are done. Back to even strength. So a good penalty kill against the Goldeneyes for Ottawa. Gilday and Larocque. How sweet it would be to work with that kind of veteran leadership on the back end, Megan.
Absolutely incredible. And both teams, you look at their roster, they have so much experience and they have so much knowledge and wealth to give to this game. So to coach it, you have to think on the other side, might be a little hard, because Carla McLeod told us before the game, she's not trying to change player styles. She wants to help grow their strengths, which I love.
Of course, for Ottawa, they are very international. They've always had the greatest number of international players. And that's no exception this year with the addition of 2 Russian players playing on the same line as Czech player and Katarova. Gilday sends it around for Emily Clark. Jen Gardner forced to send it down and try to grab it below the goal line once more. How will the Goldeneyes respond? Jakes into the far corner. Quigg banks it off the boards. Still working it in close with Jakes and Segedi in the mix as well. Gardner out of Channel Watkins. McMahon, her pass off the body there of Gardner.
And Vancouver starting this period like Ottawa started the first period. So maybe the tides are turning here, but Vancouver needs to keep possession and keep pressure on.
Looking to get going now, Izzy Daniel. She's kept off the puck by Gilday. A bit of a size discrepancy there. Lappin through the corner. Now Daniel. Patience across this time. Oh my, it's a save there for Phillips, the way it popped up. Almost looked like it may have been sent behind Samaskevich. To set up her team. Sydney Bard that fired that one for the Goldeneyes.
Vancouver is now applying that pressure throughout the whole entire ice, but for Samaskevich, skate the puck. You know you want to add offense because you can play both forward and defense, so use that to your advantage.
Oh, the Charge have a chance. Katarova. Great shot on the slot now from distance. Katarova grabs the rebound. Patience, fans on the pass. Savalainen, right back down to Shahina. Shahina to the point. Savalainen. Hoping to get a net front for Katarova. She's still there, working in the slot. Shahina. Shahina takes the shot as well. First time we have both of the new additions from Russia on the roster for the Charge. They're playing on the same line with that familiarity, a kick save.
And Danielle, you just mentioned it, the familiarity. So even though they've played against each other in the Russian League, now playing on their national teams together, you have to think that there's some familiarity. But now here.
Still to the outside. Before a way in was Nevich. Back behind the net. Draw some Vancouver jerseys her way. Hobson trying to close the door there, and Peyton Hemp going to get her stick on it. Venisheva, a smart play by Hobson. Let's take away the lane, separate her from the puck. Now into the neutral zone. Hemp goes down. Little bump from Venisheva. Riley. Nevich to Hemp on the angle, and Nashmeyer with the save. It's always exciting, Megan, when teams meet for the first time. You just see how their rivalry will kick off.
You see if the rivalries are forming, but for Vancouver, road games are far road games. Minus Seattle, these are road trips.
Yes.
And so that's important to note, that as you get farther on into the season, fatigue sets in.
time will certainly be a factor as well for the Eastern teams heading out west. Now Channel Watkins from the point. Looking to set up her teammate Szigeti, forced to travel far into the corner. Gabby Hughes looking to corral the puck. Any collision there. Bard and Larocque. Now the Charge. They've added 3 shots to their count in this middle frame. Looking for another. Meixna, fans on it. Still maintains possession here. Leslie pops it off for Markowski. Gardner is all over her, helped out by Samoskevich. Again, we're going to see more of Madison Samoskevich in this game because of Greco's ejection early on. Jenner trying to get a step ahead of Gardner, not quite. Gardner, of course, a Rookie of the Year finalist. Just an impressive year she had with the Montreal Victoire, taking her team to the postseason as the regular season champs. Leslie, the Ottawa native. Daniel facing heavy contact, and that'll draw a penalty, so the Vancouver Goldeneyes will go on the power play. After this, can they strike? Still a 1-0 lead in the second period for the Ottawa Charge. On the power play now, brought to you by Royale Tiger Towel Paper Towel. Down on the shot is Venisheva. To the point for Jakes. Now Gardner top of the circle. They exchange. Looking for a lane. Oh, and Corrine is perfectly positioned for a tip-in. Meanwhile, Rosenthal goes heavy into the boards. Hobson. Some smothering defense here for the Charge. 6 shots on goal so far for the Goldeneyes. Venisheva to Jakes once more. They'll try from the top of the circle. Jakes is so solid, of course, having a tremendous season. 2 seasons, really, with Minnesota.
And before Minnesota, she won 2023 Patty Kazmaier Award. So to get that prestigious award in college, she comes again with a lot of knowledge for the game.
Vancouver has the 23 Patty Kazmaier Award winner and the 24 on their roster, and Izzy Daniel. Back to the power play, 50 seconds remaining here. Looking for their first goal against Ottawa. Yet to score on the power play as a team. Captain Ashton Bell. Runs it down low. Oh, and a one-timer was set up for Karvinen. Wouldn't that have been something delivered by Cava? Distributed Thompson with patience. Now back to the point for Bell. She puts it up high, gets off the glass. Karvinen. 20 seconds remaining now on this 5-on-4. Good clear from McMahon.
Playing against Michelle Karvinen on the international stage, that is her sweet spot. If she's not on a breakaway, she is backdoor ready for that one-timer, so you can tell she is kicking herself because she wanted that one.
Finland's all-time leading scorer. I mean, you know anything about the women's game, you absolutely know Michelle Karvinen, number 33 for the Goldeneyes. Lappin, looking around, has Jakes. Phillips with the stop. We're back to even strength. Another good penalty kill for the Charge.
And they've had their chances. They're trying to work low to high, and you can see that pass across to Michelle Karvinen. But the reason they're working low to high, I would have to say, Daniela, is because Coach Colin McLeod even told us before the game, last game, Ottawa struggled in their defensive zone.
Well, they held New York scoreless for the first 40, and then the Sirens unleashed. First hat trick of the season, first of her career by Taylor Gerard. So far, 4 shots in this middle frame for the Goldeneyes. Savalainen, her pass nearly taken away there by Venisheva. Kavalainen, one of the protected charge players. And they absolutely look to anchor their defense. She's just trying to find a way out of the Ottawa zone right now. Markowski. So Mashmeyer will play it. Drops it off for Bard. Quick look back for Riley. And she presents it around. McMahon. Anna Szigeti trying to position herself there on McMahon.
And both teams right now, Daniela, are trying to put the puck in, trying to beat the defensive players, but they're tiring themselves out. So both teams, I think, need to relax, slow it down.
The low shot output, of course, for Vancouver had 27 shots in their home opener. Still in the charge zone. Karvinen out there along with Hannah Miller. Miller sends it around. Kava. To the point for Thompson. Now Bell. Oh, and it's a soft one. Kava had it. Another chance. Karvinen. Miller. It's kept out by McMahon. They know they're going to have to score just like that, Megan, if they're going to get something by Phillips.
And I don't even think Phillips knew that she saved that puck. She was turning to scramble.
Oh, but McMahon then flies in. Really getting her first of the season.
Offensive zone, neutral zone, defensive zone for both teams. The hits are there, the bodies are being laid. But now both teams have opportunities off of that physicality. For Vancouver, trying to push the puck in front of the net. Gwyneth Phillips sliding over beautifully just to recover and make another save. It's a battle of the goaltenders right now.
Anna McMahon has been impressive in this game so far, but potential turnover now. Anna Szigeti comes in. Taken away by Mrazova. Szigeti still there. Gardner can't corral. The point, Channel Watkins. Puck just dead stops off the boards. Jakes tries for the hard rim. Just over 8 minutes left in the second period. Vasco. Quick change out there for Rosenthal to Doreen. Stars win it. Osnovich trying to get the shot on Mashmeyer. Samaskevich off the glass, and Vasco collects for Ottawa. Big hit by the rookie Hemp. Hobson using the boards to get it back. Hemp fires on Mashmeyer that time, forced to use the stick. Peyton Hemp getting right into it. 4th round pick for the Ottawa Charge, 29th overall.
And that's what Carly McLeod is looking for from your 4th line. To present themselves with physicality, keep it deep inside the zone, but more importantly, apply that pressure.
Daniel, as he sent it across for Katie Chan. Now Thompson at the point. Has Bell. Bell into the circle. Pops up and back below the goal line we go as Lappin gets pressed up by Laroque. Thompson and Bell once more. Chasing is Meixna. And she takes it back for the charge. Leslie stopped short by Thompson once more. Thompson trying to work it up the near wall. Markowski brings it in. Good block by Thompson. The crowd fired up as Gabby Hughes was in the right place. You know what, Megan? I'm not hearing enough kazoo. course, another goal would certainly have them kazooning? I don't even know the word. In comes the charge. Now Hughes once more. McMahon scores! Anna McMahon! For their first of the season. And a beautiful shot to get by Mashmeyer.
You heard it here first, folks. If Daniela Ponticelli wants more kazoo, she will say it. Ask and you shall receive for a tic-tac-toe play. 1, 2, 3 in the slot. Man and McMahon. Have yourself a listen to all those kazoos that Daniela just asked for. But just a heads-up play from Ottawa. Don't keep the puck on your stick too long. Release it to the next open player, especially someone in the slot that's wide open. It does have a little bit of a tip to it, but it's in the back of the net.
Well, McMahon actually scored the Chargers' first goal at TD Place last season. Of course, no one managed a goal Saturday at the home opener, so rightly so she comes in and delivers this time around. Of course, Gabby Hughes getting in on that goal as well, so she has 2 points on the night. It's also what you want from your top line. Stephanie Markowski also records her first of the season, and this is the first 2-goal deficit for the Goldeneyes. How will they respond after a second goal by the Ottawa Charge? This time even strength, courtesy of Manna McMahon. Now Vancouver to cut that deficit in half, as mentioned, the first time they've ever trailed by 2. Of course, it's just game 2 for the newest Canadian team in the PWHL. The team that so far is being seen as a favorite to apparently win it all at the end of it. Rosenthal comes in, tries to go high. Gets the glass instead. Jakes brings it back. Phillips able to control that rebound. Oh, and we're getting into it. You saw this breakout on the home opener.
And for Gwyneth Phillips, she's seeing the puck well. And Vancouver, for their 10 shots on net, has had a lot of good opportunities, but Phillips is sliding well. But most importantly, she's not letting up the rebounds. Vancouver is relentless on that puck. They're hungry, hungry, hungry to get a goal.
Abby Boreen comes in for the draw here. See what they can do right off the face-off. Venisheva. The shot gets sent just wide. Boreen to the point for Bell, and Thompson. In comes Lappin. A good block there by Gilday. Thompson just gets right back to work. Sends it across. Daniel as well out. Venisheva feeling the pressure from her former teammates. Thompson for a way in the high slot. A good contact there by Jenner. As Leslie finds Jenner. The captain takes a shot, saved by Mashmeyer.
There were 3 D-to-D passes for Vancouver in the offensive zone.
Well, they're now in the double digits. Oh, and immediately off the draw, McMahon looking for her second. She's been ferocious in this game.
Ferocious, I love it. And you have to be, because you have to be hungry for that puck. So now, Vancouver, you have to protect off of the face-off.
Well, they did that this time. Out comes Jakes. And her pass immediately taken by Emily Clark. The stretch play finds McMahon once more. She tries to drag it. Channel Watkins, though. Fired from distance, it's still alive. Channel Watkins comes in and then lays a hit. It's good. Ottawa has to retreat, stay on side. Under 3 minutes left here in the second period. Another goal for Ottawa to add to their lead. This time 5-on-5. Nice play. Shahina patient to get around Bard. Kept in the zone by Riley. Vancouver trying to get organized here. They came into this period with just 4 shots on Phillips. They've added 7 more. Oh, Rosenthal puts it off the pad. She already has a goal in a Goldeneyes jersey. One turn aside. Katarova goes hard into the boards. She gets back up. Ottawa still maintaining possession here. Mrazova. Patience for Vancouver as Samoskevich was trying to fly in the slot. What can they do here in the final minute and a half of the second period? Gilday will work it back behind.
Easy, puck first, let's go!
Hemp banks it off the board, trying to play it ahead for Wozniewicz. Bell with grace and speed. A good stick for Riley. A rookie on the veteran defender. Final minute of play. Wozniewicz trying to create her own space out on the ice. Leslie heads up, looking for more. Ottawa doubled up on shots right now on Vancouver, looking to add some more. Shrugged off by Mashmeyer. Leslie to Jenner. On the rock. Patience along the blue line. Savalainen! Hard off the pad, the rebound free. Chased to the far side. Nice touch and a big hit by Meixna. Seeing very great physical play here in the second period. Another chance for Ottawa. Trying to dig in deep. Leslie denied as the horn blows, but the Ottawa Charge able to extend their lead in the second period. You can tell Leslie's like, how did that not go in? The Ottawa native robbed by her former goaltender. So Vancouver looking to get on the board here in the third period, while the Charge will look to manage the game as they have so far through the first 40. Of course, that's going to be a story that they're just going to want to shake, a narrative that they're going to want to change. Oh, here comes Vanisheva. Ottawa's leading scorer last season. Had 2 hat tricks in a single season, the first PWHL player to do so. Fan favorite for sure. Signs around the rink saying, Vanisheva, come home. Her new home is with the Goldeneyes.
That's got to be special, too,
yeah.
To see that. Emotional, special, all in one.
Someone, again, who's been there for every game, so much experience. He's gone through the highs and the lows with this team, and absolutely someone that will look to get all the rookies, you know, into the fold, and many of them have been. Michelle Karvinen tries to feed it back for Cava, but out come the Charge. Jenner, patient, in the slot, and they score!
Season. Ottawa doing such a nice job of the turnovers into quick transitions. And Exhibit A right here. Michelle Karvinen turns the puck over. Quick pass up. Brianne Jenner with a heads-up play to Rebecca Leslie to put Ottawa up 3-0.
And the Charge come out again, this time though, settling back into their own zone. This is now the first 3-goal deficit that the Goldeneyes have found themselves in. And so goals now from Jenner, McMahon, and Rebecca Leslie. Leading the team right now, by the way, with 5 shots. That was on her 5th. Able to find the back of the net.
Rebecca Leslie last season had a great playoff run, but regular season only had 3 points. So to have a goal this early on is huge for her.
So Ottawa just keeps adding to the stats as well. Jenner with a goal and an assist now in this game. Rory Gilday with 2 assists in just her 2nd game. I mean, that's why she was drafted 5th overall. They needed someone. They really needed someone to fill the shoes of, Ashton Bell, who happens to be now on the other side of the ice.
And you're talking about players, like we said before the game, that are fighting for international spots. Every shift matters.
Bell takes it away. Sets up Anna Seghetti. Turned aside by Phillips. Good look for Seghetti. Put it on the net. Brooke McQuigg can't corral the puck. And so the Kazoos get to be heard early here in the 3rd period. And that has really been of note. Oh, and right back at it, Vinisheva. She loves to do that, just turn right into it. Pop back behind the net. Hughes trying to stay with the puck, manages to do so. Buys her team some time for a change. McMahon on the forecheck.
And for Vancouver, I was just going to say, McMahon just entered the zone, but quick. But Vancouver needs to play with a little more urgency to get that puck up, just like Ottawa is doing.
The Jakes is leading the shot count for the Goldeneyes, now at 15, but coming into this frame, they had 12, and she had 4 of those. Gilday gets it out to Leslie. Jenner need to get around. In comes Anna Meixna. She settles it up. Has LaRock! Kept out by Mashmeyer. Mashmeyer, who has not played in this building since March 11th. Head coach Brian Adolski saying, you know what, every player feels differently about facing their former teams, and all he would say is that he's happy that it's going to get out of the way early for Mashmeyer to have this first sort of trip back to probably what's likely a very emotional place. Markowski with an assist already in this game. Has her stick on it, Savalainen. Bell, it's somewhere with Bell. Oh, there we go.
No one knows where the puck is. And now Savalainen just trying to throw the puck on that. Ashton Bell says, I'll take the goaltender position on this one.
Officially at 30 shots for Ottawa. We're scoring about a goal every 10 shots, and then 15 the other way. Checked out the 30th shot, just got taken off the board, as I said it. Seghetti. And it over to McQuigg as they try to get into a bit of a flow state. Out comes Ottawa once more. Shohina to Markowski. Confident charge team. Vasco to Wisniewicz. The top of the circles. Great shot from distance. Hemp. Well, the Goldeneyes are away. Vasco attempts a wraparound. McQuigg kept off the puck. Great play by Wisniewicz. Rosenthal getting in on the action for Vancouver. The far point. Looking for Hemp. Going to send it behind her this time. Now McQuigg can't quite flip it out. Riley. She goes down. Oh, and a tripping call will cost the charge. Vancouver with another chance now on the power play. They've had their chances before on the advantage. Let's see what they can do on the other side of the break.
Ottawa, 2 minutes for tripping.
Meanwhile, Rebecca Leslie adding to the tally for Ottawa. They lead 3-0 over Vancouver. We have another power play brought to you by Royale Tiger Towel Paper Towel. Power through tough messes. Fourth chance on the advantage here for the Goldeneyes in this game. Still looking to get on the board. They're 0 for 3. Bell to Miller. Cava can't get ahead of Gilday. Gilday with 2 assists already in this game. Thompson with the feed to Miller. Miller down to Cava. Karvinen was there waiting. Going down on one knee. Cava patient. Gets into the high slot. Karvinen off the skate. Can't fire the one-timer. Well, set up again. Thompson. Trying to work a lane. She shoots. They score. Vancouver's first power play goal. And it's Claire Thompson delivering the goods for the Goldeneyes.
That looks familiar to Brianne Jenner's first goal, where it's not the hardest shot, but it's those floaters that trickle in. But with Thompson pushing as a lefty across the blue line, she picks a better outside lane where there's more net front presence.
So not only the Goldeneyes' first power play goal in team history, but also their first goal on the road. Claire Thompson with her second goal for Vancouver. This is why they signed her first, Megan.
I don't think anyone was going to question that decision. And Brian Adolski told us before the game just how athletic Claire is, and even pushing across the blue line. That's a hard skill. So the fact that she was trying to find that lane, and then she ends up finding the back of the net, that's impressive.
That's the first power play goal allowed by the Charge this season. All 3 of Taylor Gerard's goals in the third period on Saturday were even strength, but then Nyland Person's empty netter was actually short-handed. It was the first jailbreak goal for the league this season. Although in the dying seconds of the game, doesn't have quite the same pop. It's a 4-0 win for New York there. New York dropping their second game of the season to Montreal last night, losing 4-0. Out comes Katarova, working in with her Russian teammate, Shohina. And the point, Riley in the glove of Mashmeyer. And on that Goldeneyes goal to cut the deficit to just 2, Cava has the puck right now, earns her first assist in a Vancouver jersey, along with Karvinen, her first PWHL point. Katarova can't get by Jakes. How many times have we said that about every player in the PWHL? Now Boreen jumps ahead of Laroque. She puts it off the pad of Phillips. Vancouver, they've got 1. Just need 2 more to tie it. When we talked to Adolski earlier about, the fact that they haven't actually had a lead up until that overtime game winner on Friday, he said, yeah, what's 1 goal? What's 2 goals? We have goal scorers.
There's no panic.
No panic. Why would there be? Yes, they have some rookies in the fold, but so much experience. And experience in this league, Megan, which I think is really critical, because it is different. There's an adjustment that happens when you come up from college or even from overseas. Exactly.
Even from other professional leagues.
Mashmeyer has allowed 3 goals now in both of her starts early here in season 3. Again, if you can get the offensive output from your weapons, they are missing Sarah Nurse. In case you missed the beginning part of this game, she's out day-to-day with an injury, and we were told it wasn't from a big hit in the home opener. It was actually a fluky thing, so they'll obviously continue monitoring that. Thompson from the point. McMahon to Clark. But the numbers favor Vancouver. Can't quite jump ahead. One-timer by Hobson. Comes Bell, but her pass is to no one. So Hobson and Hemp get in on it, and Vasco comes out. Can't quite get around Hannah Miller. They were once teammates for Toronto back in year 1.
And that's the speed that Hannah Miller needs to have every shift. That's why she was so successful with Toronto.
An incredible second season, really stepping up, especially in the absence of Natalie Spooner, as she was recovering from an ACL tear that happened in the first playoff run for the Scepters.
And one of the best goal scorers from the slot that I have had the pleasure to play with.
Absolutely.
And just watching her unleash that shot, it's a simple one-timer, but if she gets a hold of that puck and makes connection, more times than not, Danielle, it's in the back of the net.
Jenna Watkins trying to drive the play to the far corner. Lappin pushed off the puck. Katie Chan comes out. Jakes was calling for it. Back down now. Daniel trying to create some space. 8-on-8. Riley covering Daniel. It's under 3.5 minutes left here in the third period. Jakes fires that one high and wide. Chan trying to collect the rebound, so Vancouver get another chance here in the zone thanks to Bard. Katarova comes off the bench there for Ottawa. Abby Boreen, she looks back. Claire Thompson, by the way, the first Vancouver Goldeneye to score 2 goals. Boreen hoping to be the second. Now Bard, she takes it around. Venetia was planted there. Net front! Oh, she just can't get it by. She's not even sure where the puck is. And nearly in behind coverage. That would have been Katarova had they been able to complete the stretch pass. What a collision. Samaskevich and Katarova. Katarova's been the recipient of some big hits tonight, and she just bounces right back.
And she's been all over the ice. Left wing, right wing, center. Some shifts you don't know where she's playing, but she's effective with her lane. She's effective with her stick.
Really been sort of a centerpiece of control here for the Charge in this game. Clark, they like to get back to that 3-goal lead. Savalainen gets whistled down, even though it was essentially off the body of Savalainen there. And so Vancouver gets their first on the road. Claire Thompson helped by Gava and Karvinen, looking for 2 more to tie things up here in Ottawa. Goldeneyes able to capitalize on a power play. It was their 4th advantage of the game, so 1 for 4. And they come looking for goal number 2. Hannah Miller! It's blocked. Savalainen got that. She takes it into the corner. Jenna Watkins trying to pounce on the puck. Markowski. They play it ahead for McMahon. McMahon with a goal in this game. Markowski with her first point of the season, an assist on that McMahon goal. Now Clark getting tangled up with Miller. Boreen stripped of the puck by Leslie. Who opened up this third period with a goal for the Charge. Pops it across in the glove this time. They were somewhat surprising picks at the draft, but of course, Shohina in the second round as Ottawa gets going and they score again! Anna Meixna for the Charge restores the 3-goal lead here in the third.
Brianne Jenner stays relentless on Claire Thompson. She ends up getting that puck back. She wants to pass it to Rebecca Leslie right in the middle, but who does it tip off to? Meixna? Good night to that puck. That is in the back of the net, but let's talk about Brianne Jenner. What an incredible game she is having. She is setting the tone, setting the pace for herself and her team throughout the start of the season.
It's what you do as a captain. They had 4 goals against in their home opener. Here they are, game 2, with 4 on the board, all scored by 4 different players as well. Of course, a number having a multi-point night in this effort as we approach the final 5 minutes of the third period. That's Anna Meixna's first ever home goal. She scored 1 in her rookie campaign last year. It was on the road. So it's extra special for the Austrian in her second year in the league. 31 years old. And she's not only good at hockey, Megan. Anna Meixna also was a competitive snowboarder. Got an extra cool factor at that.
Just casual.
Yeah, just casual.
A snowboarder. What do you do on your free time? That's amazing. But I think every goal in this league is special.
Oh, we've got an empty net. Of course, this is now the most goals against that the Vancouver Goldeneyes have allowed. It's so early, of course, for this expansion team, just their second game. The goaltender pulled early. We saw extensive 6-on-5 time in Montreal's home opener last night. As New York pulled their goaltender about 4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in that game. There was a massive empty netter scored by Maggie Flaherty, went the full length of the ice. Miller to Cava. Jakes will certainly try to be the one to just get her team back on the same page.
In last season, Jenner, 15 points. Tonight, how many does she have?
Already got 3 to start her third season. Third season wearing the C as well. Down goes Channel Watkins, but Jakes makes up for that. Out to Boreen. 6-on-5. But there's a penalty on the way. A hooking call. Okay, so can this be the difference now?
Ottawa penalty number 94, 2 minutes for hooking.
Anna Meixna has no idea that she takes a penalty here, but she whacks at Channel Watkins, and Channel Watkins ends up trying to turn, falls, and that's a penalty. So now we have a 6-on-4 with 3 minutes and 13 seconds left. In last season, Jenner, 15 points. Tonight, how many does she have?
Already got 3 to start her third season. Third season wearing the C as well. Down goes Channel Watkins, but Jakes makes up for that. Out to Boreen. 6-on-5. But there's a penalty on the way. A hooking call. Okay, so can this be the difference now?
Ottawa penalty number 94, 2 minutes for hooking.
Anna Meixna has no idea that she takes a penalty here, but she whacks at Channel Watkins, and Channel Watkins ends up trying to turn, falls, and that's a penalty. So now we have a 6-on-4 with 3 minutes and 13 seconds left. Run a face-off play, set it up, but you gotta push right away. You have to push towards that net.
5th power play of the game for, we checked out the 4th here for the Goldeneyes, brought to you by Royale Tiger Towel Paper Towel, power through tough messes. Thompson already has a goal on the power play in this game. The Goldeneyes will need to score quickly here if they want to try to make up the distance. It's a big deficit here for this new expansion team early on, and skims by Bell. Karvinen sends it back. Charge fans rallying their team. 6-on-4. Empty net on the other side. Bell to the slot for Miller. Now it was Ottawa on Saturday. They were the team with the 6 players, and it was a power play there for them when Maya Nyland Person went ahead and scored shorthanded. Thompson sludges the puck. Now Jakes, she can't get around
blocking all those shots out there.
Absolutely. Thompson down to Karvinen. Not a full clear, so Thompson grabs hold once more. Can't find the lane. Jenner sends it the length of the ice and scores! How about that? The captain with her second goal of the night.
As to why she's a leader, I think she's proving exactly why tonight.
And yes, it's an empty netter, but my goodness. We have now had back-to-back nights of honestly really beautiful empty net goals. Just aim for the net. And this is a career high for Jenner with those 4 points. Coming off 2 goals, 2 assists. A minute 30 remains. Not the road outing the Goldeneyes wanted to kickstart their inaugural campaign, but they'll have 2 more shots on the road as they take on New York, hoping to spoil the Sirens home opener Saturday, Prudential Center, noon Eastern. It's an early one on the West Coast, then 9 a.m. Pacific. After that, they head out to Boston before they return home and host New York. So that could be the start of an interesting rivalry. It'll be the first team that Vancouver will play twice.
And that's how rivalries start.
In drives Mrazova. She takes the shot off the pad. Leslie looking for her second. Markowski. Blocked by Daniel. Smashmeyer is back in the net. Markowski. Bit of a deflection there. Thought it might have gotten a good bounce. It's up and out.
And let's not take away from the game that Edmund Smashmeyer has had, because she's faced 33 shots. And for Ottawa, they have pressured
Vancouver, number 9, 2 minutes per play game.
But now, with 28.8 seconds left, Vancouver goes to the box. So it's a good finish in a very, very strong game for Ottawa.
28 seconds remaining. Ottawa's 3rd power play now of the game, brought to you by Royale Tiger Towel Paper Towel.
And just like that, you try to get it out of the zone when you're in pressure, and it hits the netting, so Vancouver's down a player.
This has been the Charges game through each period. Only goal allowed on the power play. And so the time winds up down inside TD Place Arena. And the Ottawa Charge wins its first ever meeting with the Vancouver Goldeneyes. Brianne Jenner with the team's first goal of the season, putting together a 4-point performance. And Manna McMahon with the team's first game winner of this campaign, also the first of her career. Rebecca Leslie, the Ottawa native, a big night as well for rookie Rory Gilday with 2 assists along with Gabby Hughes. And an 18-save performance by Gwyneth Phillips for her first win of the season. Thanks for joining us inside TD Place Arena. On behalf of Megan Bozak, Kelly Gregg, our entire production crew, and the PWHL, I'm Daniela Ponticelli. Good night from Ottawa.